Good evening. My name is Stevie Christian, and I am an Emerald Executive with It Works Global. We were just recently challenged to post a video explaining our why we're in the business, why we push so hard and we strive for what we strive for, and just kind of breaking outside of our comfort zone a little bit. My why, I didn't really know it. Like, I thought that my why was that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, which is it's a pretty generic why. I can say it's very generic, and I thought that's what my heart wanted, and it is. I would love to be a stay-at-home mom, but I wanted to just go more in depth with that. When I was on the cruise boat, Sarah Rankin had us all. Well, she had us all like in our at our table do our what, why, what, which is what do you want, why do you want it, and what's stopping you. And I just like I had a huge like bubble in my throat because I'm like, oh my gosh, when she gets over to me, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start crying, which is, it's good to cry. If you're not crying, your why isn't strong enough. So I wanted to know more in depth what I wanted from inside my heart, and she got down deep. She really was like, well, why, and I'm like, I don't know. So finally we kind of came through it, and I found that my why is, it's pretty crazy. It's kind of weird. When I was in high school, I kind of did a lot of bad things, and I got myself kicked out of high school. So 2 weeks into my senior year. Okay, so those 2 weeks of my senior year, I don't really remember much of. Let's just be honest. And then I kind of like collapsed. I broke down. I didn't know what to do anymore. I kind of hit my rock bottom, I guess. Everybody has a different bottom. And I realized I wasn't going to be able to go to college. And like, I'm the firstborn, and my parents were just like, you gotta go to college, and they said, well, we'll love you regardless, but that's kind of the basic thing. You graduate high school, you go to college. You graduate high school, you go to college, you get a good job, you make some money for your family. Like, that's it. It's the American dream, per se. So when I realized, like, oh, I'm not gonna go to college, like, I really thought I was still going to try, but I thought about it, and I'm like, there's no way. I would get in more trouble there than I was anywhere else. So I went into the alternative school. I got my work done. I had 4 credits left to graduate, and I ended up graduating with academic honors. I ended up getting pregnant, going into, I was in the alternative school, and then I was almost done, and I got pregnant and ended up graduating and walking across the stage pregnant. So, then, Letty was born, and I just assumed the role of mother, which is, it's where my heart is. That's where I want it, and I love my daughter. I love her more than anything on this planet, and I just realized, once again, I'm not going to go to college. I'm not going to do the things that my heart kind of wanted to do in the first place. So, but sometimes that's okay, because you want to be able to show your kids that they can have anything they want, and that they can do anything they want if they set their mind to it. So basically, I was like, I didn't know what to do, so I just worked. I worked, and then It Works came along, and I was shown how to dream again. So what I really wanted to do was go to art school and become an art therapist, and that obviously didn't happen. So when I came back into It Works, and I sat down, I go through this whole journey, and I get on this boat, and I just like, Amanda Miranda made this point. She's like, we are supposed to be on this boat. There's something special about all of us, that there's a reason why we're here. And I think kind of hit home with me as much as it did her, that I think I was meant to be on the boat so that I could have that conversation with Sarah. And she really brought it home to me. And I realized that I can't show Letty, I can't show Braden the things, that anything is possible if I'm not doing it myself. And I'm not physically showing them. So, my why is to follow my dreams so that I can show my kids, my husband, my parents, everyone, that it is possible. It is going to be doable, and we're already halfway there. I mean, I want, in my ideal day, I want to be able to wake up, just wake up whenever I want, and no alarm clock, roll out of bed, step out onto a patio, and look out over the ocean. Who doesn't want to see that? I mean, you talk about it all the time, like, oh, I really want to go on vacation and this and that, but you don't actually say where, a time, a place, what you want to do. Do you want to live there? Do you want to visit? You don't have to clock in and out every single day. So that's my ideal morning. I get up, I step out onto my patio, I look over the ocean, and then I start to draw it. And I want to be able to show Letty that it's possible to have what you want and do what you want and follow your dreams as long as you have the courage to do it. So my why is it's a little bit different than most people's, but I don't have very basic normal whys, and that's okay. But you guys have a great night, and I hope that my why has touched you in some way, and hopefully it kind of pursues you to follow your dreams and show your family that it's possible and it's doable as long as you're willing to jump through hoops and crazy things to make it happen.